Hey everyone, it's Carolyn. Welcome to the channel. Today I have another pick a pile reading for you. This reading is going to be focusing on the upcoming changes in your life. So I have 4 different piles for you to choose from. We have the first pile with Bumblebee Jasper, the second pile with Red Jasper, the third pile with Sodalite, and the fourth pile with Ruby Zoisite. So take a moment to pause the video and meditate on what pile has its message for you. If you're drawn to watch multiple piles, that's okay. Just do what resonates. This is meant for lots of people, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to get your own in-depth reading, I do sell them. You can check out my Etsy shop or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to have all the timestamps for each of the piles in the description box down below. So if you're having a hard time meditating, try looking at the timestamps and see if there's any angel numbers there that stand out to you. I want to say if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family. I post new videos every single week. I post more readings like this besides pick a pile readings. I also do zodiac readings and collective readings, but I also post education videos to help you understand tarot and tap into your own psychic abilities as well. If this reading resonates and you're drawn to leave a donation, they are always greatly appreciated. I'm going to have all my links in the description box down below for you. And so with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start out with pile number 1. Those of you who chose Bumblebee Jasper, I'm going to put your crystal off to the side here. So for your cards, you have card 7, Malachite Healing. Not sure how to say this crystal, but it's Teacher, Calcite Relaxation, the 1, the River, you have King of Cups, Page of Swords, 8 of Cups, and 7 of Swords. So I'm going to take a moment and rearrange these cards so you can see them a bit better. So right away, I'm sensing this intense energy of this change, of this shift. But I don't think this change in itself is what's intense. I think as of lately, you've been going through these very intense situations. I sense that you could have toxic people in your life with the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. To me, this is referring to energy that is very negative, very draining, very exhausting, and very immature. And so I think it's like you've been carrying, this person's opinions, baggage, burdens, whatever it is. It's like you have this emotional tie to people. With this 8 of Cups here, it's like you're letting it go, you're cutting them out, and in a way it feels like there's this rebirth. So this change itself is very beneficial, it's very positive, very good for you, but it's putting an end to this chaotic part of your life, and that's why this energy is so intense, because you have a very intense situation going on in your life. But I don't think this energy is anything to be fearful of. If anything, it's going to bring in peace. So if you've been struggling right now, this is indicating with this change, things are going to become better. So like I said, you could be cutting out toxic people. They could be a water sign, they could also be an air sign. I really am getting the sense of this is someone where you have issues with them. Some of you, unfortunately, this is a relationship, but I feel like your spirit guides don't even want me to say it's unfortunate, because it's not. Because for those of you where you're going through this very toxic relationship, some of you it's a situationship, you think it's gonna be so hard to let them go. It's like you're trying to hold on to them because you love them, because you care about them, but your spirit team's looking at you like this change is needed because you can do so much better. You are settling right now and you don't even realize it because you have the 7 of Swords here. The 7 of Swords energy is representing learning your lessons, understanding the chain reaction to things, and seeing how these chains are holding you back. It's almost like in A Christmas Carol, how all these chains appear on him, and it's like all his past mistakes, everything that he regrets afterwards. That's what's going on now, except it's in your current life. A lot of you, it's like this person's holding you back. They're your own shackles. And here you're letting them go with this 8 of Cups. Now I want to make it clear, this is for those of you where you are in a situation that you know is not good, where you've been having a lot of issues, you've been having a lot of fights. Those of you in very happy, healthy relationships, don't stress out. This change is not ruining anything that's good for you, anything that's meant for you. You have Malachite Healing. That's representing whatever the change is, it's bringing a time of healing. It's not creating a negative problem. It's not going to ruin something that's good for you. For those of you where this isn't an external person, I really get the sense this could be internal, or this could be people from your past who you've cut out, but you're still dealing with the trauma from them. You're still healing from the wounds that they left you. Like I said, it's like this chain reaction. And I get the sense that with this change, it's almost like a rebirth of yourself, because you have Teacher and Relaxation and Healing. All these 3 cards indicate to me you could be getting some spiritual mentor. With the River even, I am sensing this rebirth. So to me, I think that this could be something that's very spiritual for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be religion, but I feel like you are really connecting with yourself. When you see the 1 here, I think this is a change that is creating a shift where you are putting yourself first. You're prioritizing yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're healing yourself. You are teaching yourself and learning these lessons. You are creating a change and a shift in your life where you are moving on from the inner wounds that this person is causing. Because you have the card 7 here, which is the scales. It's representing the balancing of things, weighing the pros and the cons, and seeing if something is too negative, if it's tipping the scales too directly in one direction. You're not allowing that to happen. You're creating balance in your life. Again, to me, this change that's entering your life is creating balance. Because right now things are very unbalanced because you have this very chaotic time. I think you've had a tendency with the King of Cups and Page of Swords to rush into things impulsively and get attached to them very quickly. And therefore, it's like you imprint on them where you keep them close to you. You don't let them go. You don't let people take them away from you because you've grown this attachment to them, but you've done so in a very unhealthy way because it's too quick. It's like you don't know what you're signing up for and you dive in 100%. And I think with this change, you're learning how to slow down. You're learning how to relax. You're learning to be a little bit wiser, a little bit smarter, and not be so impulsive anymore. I think this change is that you're going to be making more thought out decisions, and therefore only keeping people in your life who respect your boundaries, who you deliberately want in your life. To me, it really feels almost like you're decluttering your life. And you're adding new, better people in it. And that's where there's this energy of renewal, of kind of like Phoenix rising from the ashes. To me, it feels like this change in your life is allowing you to close this chapter of negativity, of toxicity, of things that are just holding you back. All these chains that you have on you, you're releasing all of them. It really feels like there's this rebirth going on for you. And with the scales here, it feels like whatever challenge you've been facing, you're going to resolve, especially if it deals with the Libra. You're going to figure it out. You're going to be okay. It feels like you're very protected right now with this change. There's a lot of karma going on here, but it's karma that's being learned. You're learning your lesson. That's why you have this teacher. This could be because you are getting like a spiritual mentor in your life, or you are leveling up and you are becoming more spiritual and you're teaching yourself how to accept your karmic lessons, how to learn them, how to understand them. But to me, it really feels like there's this change in your life where you are taking this action to release yourself of the things that you know don't serve you. To me, this feels like it's a change of you finally walking away, not doing so in a happy way, but releasing that key because you're not going to go back. You're not going to continue to play games. You're not entertaining this anymore. This is you choosing to move on. This change is coming inwardly with yourself, with the 1 card here. You are connecting with yourself, with what you truly want, with what truly makes you happy. And that's why this time of chaos that's been going on, you're finally stepping away from it because you found a solution. And you're not continuing to be a part of it anymore. It feels like whatever chaos has been going on in your life, you're understanding what you need to do. And even though the solution, this change, might not be what you want, it's creating the space to do what you need in order to eventually get what you want. It's almost like accepting that you're never going to win this war, so you're choosing not to fight anymore. Like you're walking away from the battle, and you're gonna find something that's worth fighting for now. And that's why there's this healing, because I feel like for so long you have continued to repeat patterns, to continue in the same cycle, and now you're not. And I feel like no matter what decision you have to make, no matter what choice you're going through, your spirit team has your back, because walking away is what's meant for you. Cutting this out, setting these boundaries, doing what you need to do to relax in your life more and not have this stress, not have this burden anymore, is going to be beneficial for you. Find your inner peace and don't let anyone or anything compromise it anymore. That's the change that's going on. You are making yourself happy, you're making your life peaceful, and you're doing what you need to do in order to find the balance. And so like I said, if you're dealing with a situation that is not ideal, that's very chaotic, I feel like there is going to be a solution. You're going to be figuring out how to overcome it, and this change is going to transform things from a time of chaos and not making sense to a time where you feel like you're in control and where things are very restful, they're very peaceful, and they're balanced. So let me know if this resonates for you in the comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family, and make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every single week. I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this reading resonated and you want to leave a donation or you want to purchase your own reading, I'll have all my links in the description box down below so that you can contact me. I always appreciate all your support, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose red jasper, I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal off to the side here. So for your cards, you have card 4, 14, Master Teacher card, Divine Temple, Source, the Mountain, the Queen, 6 of Pentacles, and the Wheel. So I'm going to take a moment to rearrange these cards so you can see them a bit better. So card 4 is showing the hermit crab. And so the hermit crab carries its home on its back. So not only is the hermit crab someone where they can be very adaptable, they can go wherever they need to because they always have exactly what they need. They are someone where they are very independent, but they are also very protective. They have the ability to protect themselves because of this hard exterior. And so I think that's what's changing for you, is that you are going to be able to protect yourself, to be more independent. For a lot of you, I think this is going to be in regards to your career and your finances. You're becoming more financially secure. You're actually able to take care of yourself. Therefore, you don't need to rely on others. Yes, you can keep them in your life, but you don't need them. And so you're breaking this cycle with the wheel here of depending on others. You are your own source. You are your own resource. And so therefore, you're creating this more self-sufficient energy. I think this change comes from you no longer needing to outsource your energy, but instead find it internally. And you also have the Mountain and card 14. So card 14 is about your inner child having fun and kind of representing the energy of the Fool in a sense. And so to me, this is indicating that while this change is protecting you, you're becoming more independent. It's healing your inner child, because this is independence of not you going out and you attacking others or you cutting people down or you trying to hurt others to appear dominant. This is you being completely comfortable with where you're at life and feeling good with it, feeling at peace because you have everything you need. So you're not going out of your way to try and tear others down. You're happy because you get to do what you want. This independence is allowing you to be more creative or to go for things that you never went for before because you were dependent on others. The Mountain here is representing all the obstacles and things that stood in your way to become independent. And I think a lot of you, this is a really big milestone because this is not just you being independent. I think by nature, you were always a little bit independent. You wanted to do things inwardly by yourself. But it's like for some reason there was an external factor that you had to rely on someone. And it's not that you wanted to, but you had to. And I think that's what's changing now, is you no longer need to. I think a lot of you, it's like you've spent time working on yourself, working on your career, working on your goals, and they're finally paying off. I also feel like this could be indicating for those of you where you are like married, you're going to be able to take care of your family. You're going to have a surplus of money where not only are you independent, but with this Queen energy, you're able to take care of others. You're able to share your wealth with others and really protect them and defend the people who can't defend themselves. And this is an energy in which like you are nurturing, you're loving, you're kind, but you also have the ability to be very blunt and honest and truthful and not be afraid to hurt someone's feelings when you need to. I think there's a change in your life where you are learning how to protect yourself, where you're not going out of your way to cut others down, but you're not going to let them cut you down. And I also feel like there's a change for those of you where you've been dealing with people who want to cut you down, who want to hurt you, who are jealous, who are envious, who are petty. It's almost like Taylor Swift's song Karma. They can try and do whatever they want. They can continue to try and tear you down, but it feels like there's this shift of independence, of peace, of inner happiness, that they can keep attempting to hurt you. Your karma's good, your karma is balanced, that karmic link is broken. You're secure in your mountain, you have all the protection around you. They can't infiltrate it, they can't get to you. You're the queen, you're protected. It's like that saying, if you want to go for the queen, best not miss. Everything they're doing to you is just going to drain them and tire them out. It's not going to affect you. There's going to be an energetic shift where you're protected. And it's because you've really been focusing on yourself, because you're focusing on healing your inner child. It's like you're getting these positive changes, this positive reward, where it's a time of independence. And you're just focused on yourself. You're just focused on living your life and enjoying things. They're the ones who still are caught up on you, who can't stop thinking about you, who can't stop obsessing about this. You're over it. You don't care. And it's not to be a mean way. It's that you simply don't care. And I think that's eating away at them. And so to me, it feels like there's this really good shift where it's like you're achieving these goals, you're hitting these milestones for you. And I feel like you really need to be proud of yourself when this happens, because it's something that was not easy. You had to climb this mountain, but now you've done the hard work, and now you're protecting yourself as a result of it. So enjoy this change, enjoy the rewards, and don't worry about the people who are jealous of you. You're this master teacher, you are this source. Their jealousy is misguided. If they wanted to be like you and, take advice from you, they would. They don't want to do the same work that you did. They don't want to scale their own mountain. They just want to take away what you have. And so you're not going to be able to negotiate things with them. You're not going to be able to fix them or to heal them. Nor do I think you want to. I think this change is really you putting yourself first and becoming independent and cutting yourself off from everyone who's just trying to cut you down, and instead start enjoying your life. And because you're focusing on yourself, it's like you're achieving these great milestones that now you get to enjoy, you get to celebrate. Instead of feeling bad because you got it and someone else didn't get it, you're no longer holding yourself back or dimming your own light to make other people feel better about themselves. You're letting your light shine from the top of your mountain and letting everyone else see it. You are this source, you are this light. And so again, it's just this really good shift and change of financial independence, of the security within yourself, within your identity, and becoming this queen where you know your power, you know your worth, you know your value, what you bring to the table, you're seeing it be rewarded with the rewards you're getting in your life. Other people are acknowledging it. And so everyone who's embracing you, who's helping you grow, you're going to remember that. You're going to protect them as well. You're going to have their back because they had yours. Your inner child gets to feel like you're fully able to express yourself and do what you finally wanted to do. And so it's this time of inner healing. And anyone who's not on board with that is going to get lost in the dust. And so the shift feels like it's new to you. It feels like a lot of your goals before you haven't really hit, you haven't been able to achieve them. And I think that's created a little bit of doubt. And now the shift is like it's all paid off. You've scaled this mountain. You thought it was impossible, but you kept going. And it's going to be amazing for you. A lot of you, it feels like it has to do with finances and your career. Some of you, this could be like just some random luck where you apply for a job and all of a sudden you get it. Some of you, like you could be winning the lottery. It's things like that where it's not exactly a planned route, but it's still paying off because you're dedicated to this goal. And so it feels like your finances are finally going to be in a place where you're happy and you're secure with them. And therefore, you're secure with who you are in your own life and where you stand in the world. And so I'm sending you all so much love and light. This is really good energy. If this resonates for you, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every single week. I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this reading resonated and you want to leave a donation or you want to purchase your own reading, I'll have all my links in the description box down below so that you can contact me. I always appreciate all your support and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose Sodalite, I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal off to the side here. For your cards, you have card 27, card 12, Pyromorphite, Patience, Pre-Night, Trust, the Seed, Page of Pentacles, and the Magician. So I'm going to take a moment to rearrange your cards so you can see them a bit better. So you have the Page of Pentacles, and this represents an energy in which you are learning, you are studying, you are gaining this knowledge, gaining this wisdom to then apply these skill sets to your life. And so this is very much a student energy. This is someone who's very curious and willing to learn. And then you have the Seed. And so to me, this is representing this change has to do with your goals, your manifestations, your desires, and the process in which it takes to cultivate this and to grow this. So it's like, here's the beginning. You're planting the seed and you're hoping that it grows grows into this tree. You also have card 27, which represents an energy of being aware, being alert, and knowing what's going on around you. And so to me, when it comes to this change, this is teaching you how to adapt, how to roll with things, and how to be aware of what's going on and work with it and figure out a solution quickly in the moment, instead of taking all this time to plan, to assess, and then have things not go your way. Because I very much think that this change has to do with the process of growing this idea, of working on this goal, this desire of yours, because you have patience and you have trust. And so that to me is indicating this is a process that is meant to teach you how to trust, how to have patience. To me, it feels like this change is saying, especially with the Magician here, things are not going your way right now. This change is that things kind of start to go downward. They're not working out as you have hoped. They're not going the way that you planned. And you need to be alert. You need to be aware of the current situation and assess it as it happens. This is teaching you how to navigate things as you go through them and have that patience where you don't give up on this goal. I think this change is meant to teach you that things don't always go how you want them to, but that doesn't mean to give up. Nothing here is indicating this goal won't work. It's saying it won't work right now the way it currently is. So either you need to give it more time and patience, you need to trust the process will work itself out, or you need to become aware of the current problems that this change brings and work with them. Because card 12 also talks about being very mindful. Some of you, it's very important with this change, you're going to be developing your psychic abilities and you're going to sense things with your intuition. You need to trust those feelings. Don't ignore them. Because I think a lot of you have a tendency to be aware, but you push it away because you think you're wrong. You need to learn to trust yourself during this process. But I will say with this change, prepare for the worst. Don't expect things to go your way, but don't allow this to discourage you. It feels like this is temporary, and you're meant to take yourself out of this negative situation. You have to trust that it will pass. And it's going to be frustrating. This is going to stir up your negative emotions. That's why you're going to need to be patient. I feel like a lot of you, though, with this change, with this unwanted time, it's going to be a great time to do shadow work and learn and face these things that terrify you, that make you afraid, that you don't want. Because you still have this student energy here. And so this energy that you have doesn't just go away because things aren't working out. So redirect this energy and use this as a time to learn from. I get the sense some of you, this could be like a karmic lesson that's going on, that's teaching you how to adapt to things even when they're not what you wanted. I think you have a tendency where you give up when things don't go your way. And so you really have to learn how to persevere right now, and that's the change that's going on in your life. And so if there's something that you really want, you've been working on it, you've been working on being prepared for it, don't get discouraged that it's not working right now. It's not the right time. Your season will come. It's almost like you're trying to plant seeds in the winter when it's cold, when there's frost, and it's like the plants can't grow now, but leave that seed there. And eventually, when the weather becomes a little bit hotter, it's going to start to bloom. So don't be discouraged that right now things are changing for a cycle in which they're not working. You have patience and you trust yourself, you trust this process. This seed is going to grow. It's just too soon. It's just too much of the beginning still. There's things that need to be worked out. There's things that you need to see are actual problems and address them and have patience to get through them. Going back to this analogy, it's like you're getting frustrated because you planted your seeds in winter and the weather is not creating the environment that they need, and you're not realizing that's an issue. So one, you need to bring your alertness to it, that the weather is the problem. But then you also have to have patience, because this is something that will change. This is a problem that will be solved, but you need time to solve it. You're aware of what it is, but you can't do anything to change the weather yourself. So I think that's what this change might also be bringing up for you, is you need to assess what the problem is. You need to identify it, because you haven't identified it yet. But then just because you're alerted to it doesn't mean that you can change this entirely. It doesn't mean that you can fix this problem on yourself. And that's really why karmically you're learning patience, you're learning to trust. Eventually the right season will come. It's just not now. And I really feel like that's the change going on in your life, is you're learning how to face disappointment, how to face problems, how to let go of your control and trust the process of things sometimes. Where you've done your part, now you need to walk away because you planted the seed. You can't do anything else but take care of it and try and cultivate it. The rest of the work needs to be done on its own. And that's what's going on with your goal, with your manifestation. You can only do the most that you can. And once you can no longer do any more for it, you have to let it go. You can't keep trying to control it. You can't keep staring at it every day wanting it to grow. That's not how it works. And so just because you can't see that it's growing under the earth doesn't mean it's not. This is your time to not realize that it's working, to face this disappointment, to deal with these feelings of yourself, where you learn this karmic lesson, and eventually this will bloom. This is just the moment of time that you're in. I also feel like some of you, you're going to have a negative experience with your goals, with your manifestations, that's meant to have you start anew. So for example, I feel like some of you could have something go wrong at work. You could have an issue with a really big idea that you had. And that's because you're being forced to switch gears onto another goal, to spend your time and your energy on that. Some of you, this is like switching your job, switching your career, switching where you work, because your current place is not providing the right environment for you to be successful. Some of you, it's like you're going back to school, but it's this energy of almost this death that leads to this rebirth, that leads to this renewal where this blooms. So it's not a scary, intimidating change. It's just something that maybe isn't wanted consciously, but subconsciously, it's opening up new doors and opportunities for you. And like I said, I feel like there's going to be a disappointment with this change, but just trust the process and be a little bit patient, and things will work out for you. This change is providing you with what you need so that when the time is right, you're at the right place at the right time, and your goal is actually able to be successful. If you continue on this current track and you just got it all now, it wouldn't work out properly. Because if you think about it, would you rather have an issue at the beginning that you solve and then never have to deal with again? Or do you want to have this issue at the last minute, right before things are going your way, and you have to now redo everything? And that's why this change is happening now. It's disappointment, but it will be solved quickly. It will be temporary. It won't be such a big downfall as it would have been. And so while this change is not going to be fun, it's necessary for you. And so I really hope this resonates for you. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family. And make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every single week. I'm going to have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this reading resonated and you want to leave a donation or you want to purchase your own reading, I'll have all my links in the description box down below so that you can contact me. I always appreciate all your support, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose Ruby Zoisite, I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal off to the side here. For your cards, you have card 18, 19, 39, Stibnite Conflict, the Star-Born, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance. So I'm going to take a moment to rearrange these cards so you can see them a bit better. So starting off, you have the Star-Born card. So to me, this is representing this change that's going on in your life, is bringing you closer to your destiny. You're finding your purpose. You're discovering more about who you are. The Star-Born is almost like being born and stepping into what you're made to do, stepping into your role. And so this change that's upcoming, I sense, is bringing you closer to alignment and bringing you closer to your own sense of peace and your own sense of identity. And I say that because you also have card 18 and 19. And so not only is this like a level up, going from one number to the other, but this is also in the sense of what the cards represent. Card 18 represents magic. Card 19 represents curiosity. So this is finding the magic of yourself, of your life, of your purpose, and being curious to go out and explore that, to find answers, to try different things, to not be afraid. And so I'm sensing with this change, you might be letting go of some of your boundaries, some of your mental blocks, and taking more risk, doing things that are a little bit more free, a little bit more fun. I also sense with the Knight of Pentacles, this is indicating you're going to be able to express yourself more clearly, to communicate, to say what you mean, and feel like you're really expressing yourself properly with your voice. I think this also means a lot of you are feeling like you're able to express yourself. So this could be with art, this could be with music, but I also get the sense that this has to do with how you're speaking. So you could be stepping into a position in which you are a public speaker, but you are really confident with the words that you're saying, how you're saying them. And so if you had to do anything in regards to talking or speaking in front of people, I think you're going to really be able to exceed at that, and you'll be making a change for your career to do something where you're actually able to express yourself. I also get the sense with the Queen of Pentacles that you're going to be reflecting on things, especially in regards to your past and when it comes to your family. I think you might be setting stricter boundaries or processing some of the ways that you were treated and how that's affected you. Some of you might be going into therapy, and that's this change that's being made, and that is going to help you be able to deal with a lot of the things that have happened in your life. But I really get the sense there is this period of introspection that's going to occur with this change that makes it where you're putting yourself first, and with the Starborn, almost like you are treating yourself the way that you should have been treated. You also have the Conflict card. So this is indicating that while you're going to be setting stronger boundaries for yourself, this might cause issues with some people in your life. I am sensing some conflict, some tension. But you have the Temperance card here. So I think while you have this conflict going on, you're communicating how you want to. You're being effective. If there's miscommunications, it's on this other person's end, and I don't think you're going to go out of your way to try and fix things when you're not the one creating the issues. I think you're going to do your best to work things out, and with this change, if this person does the work, you'll resolve this conflict by working together, and if they don't want to work together, you're okay with letting them go, because you have this Temperance energy, which is about balance. You're doing what you can, and what you can't do, you're not taking responsibility for. Because card 39 represents impermanence. So you're coming to terms with the fact that things are always changing, they're always evolving. What you once had today, you might not have tomorrow. And so this inner change and transformation of your life is making it where you're okay with the concept of change and with doing what you need to express yourself, put yourself first, and whatever the consequences of that are, you're okay with facing that conflict because you're allowing yourself to grow. And so you're not going to hold back your growth because of this conflict, because of your past. It's literally you're stepping into your destiny, you're stepping into your purpose. And in order to do that, you realize you have to let some things go. You have to leave them behind. I also sense that this change might be triggered by this conflict. It's like everyone has this expectation of you, everyone has this pressure. And you're tired of living up to this role that this person has created of you in their own head. And instead you want to be yourself. And it's almost creating this identity crisis because you don't fully know who you are. And so you're going to step into this time where you're creating this change to fully discover who you are, to become curious and start to express yourself, to take those active steps, to find the magic of who you are. And so I feel like this change is bringing this time of discovery, of experimenting, of figuring things out for yourself. I sense you're going to take on more responsibility, you're going to be taking on some more risk, and you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. I also sense like with the conflict, not only are you having conflict with other people, but some of the things that you try out, you might not succeed with. You might fall down, but you're picking yourself back up. I think right now this change is not that you are finding your purpose and it's propelling you into this area of expertise. I think you're finding your purpose by discovering what your purpose is, by figuring out who you are and then allowing yourself to start to step into that role. But it's not like you are stepping into your purpose right now and everything's going full force. To me, this feels like this change might be a little bit slow and really take a lot of time for you to be introspective, for you to think things through and actually understand them before moving on to the next step. I think this change is a bit of a process before you're actually born again. It's almost like you're in the birthing process, but you're not fully alive yet. This change is giving you this rebirth. And then once you're born again, then you'll actually be in sync with your purpose, with your destiny. And that will be the goal that you're working on. But right now, this change is allowing you to discover what that is. And so you're not working on it yet. You're discovering it. You're working on yourself right now. And so I think this is really going to be affecting you mostly when it comes to your mindset, to the way that you're acting, to the things that you're doing. It is going to affect some of you when it comes to your career, because you're trying to line things up where you feel more authentic. You're doing things that you enjoy, that you like. But this is stemming because you're changing the way you allow your life, and the way you allow others to define your life. It's not the fact that your career is changing because of certain things going on with your career. This to me feels like it's an internal change that is allowing you to change out what you're doing externally. But you're really discovering things about you. And I also get the sense that while you're experimenting with this impermanence card, you might be switching things up a lot while you discover this. It's like you need to try on all the clothes before you figure out what your style is. And so you might be like going through different hobbies or interests very quickly. But that's okay, because this process is meant for you to be curious, to explore everything, and then find the balance of what is truly you. So I hope this resonates for you. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Also give this video a big thumbs up and share with others who need to hear it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of this family, and make sure you turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every single week. I'm gonna have other videos of mine linked in the cards above for you to watch next. If this reading resonated and you wanna leave a donation or you wanna purchase your own reading, I'll have all my links in the description box down below so that you can contact me. I always appreciate all your support, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye.